Well, today the retirement announced by Rafael Nadal a little earlier on. The great Spaniard will quit at the end of the season, and the greats of the game have been having their say on what a wonderful career he's had.
Here he comes, young Nadal. And we'll just let him emerge into the spotlight.
When I was a kid, I was going crazy about him. I needed to watch every match with a racket in my hand in front of TV with some Nike clothes.
The 16-year-old has just put out one of the world's best players.
When I was very young, 6-7 years old, Rafa made me want to be a professional tennis player because as a 6-year-old, I remember watching him on TV winning Roland Garros for the first time, and I kind of said to myself already back then, as I didn't know how serious tennis was, but I knew that one day I wanted to play tennis on TV myself, just like he did.
When you're a kid and you have this feeling that you want to support someone and you put close racket thinking, okay, it's going to help him to win a match or something, it's a great feeling, and you start to see the sport in a different way. He was my idol. It was nice moments, I remember it very clear.
That's it.
Well, a quite remarkable jump back for the young man who's been setting new records all year.
Obviously, Rafa's probably the biggest reason why I play tennis. You know, I grew up watching him, being an absolute total fan of his. And, you know, then having the chance to play him, you know, I always said it was kind of my dream match was to play Rafa Nadal.
Rafa comes in, everyone goes sleeveless and does a forehand like this. And so every coach was not happy about this. They were all trying to explain us that, look, Rafa is doing it unbelievable, but it doesn't mean it's going to work for you. I don't think I was wearing sleeveless shorts, but I was definitely trying to do this forehand.
Rafael Nadal, for the first time in his career, is number one.
He has incredible intensity. Whenever I saw him, you know, at the courts, you know, he's always warming up. He's always, you know, like a tiger in the cage. He's going around, and there's always stuff to do for him, and he's preparing, and you can feel like there's always a match on his mind, you know.
His attitude, his work ethic, you know, the way that he dealt with adversity, dealt with losses. Yeah, he just gets it.
He's very caring person, you know. When he cares, he's doing everything good for people around him, and he's such an unbelievable champion and legend, of course, you know. And for me, he's yeah, the ultimate fighter.
The tenacity, the intensity, the energy that he brought to the courts from the first match to the very last match is something that people recognize, that people will remember for a long time.
I've never seen another player that gives as much to every single point as Nadal. He's kind of the typical example that coaches will give when they say fight for every point, play it like you don't know the score. The guy plays a point 2-1 in the first set, the same as he plays match point late in the fifth.
Never gives up. Doesn't know what it means.
First game of the match, last game of the match, he's losing, winning. He always has this power to fire himself up and to be ready for the next point, no matter 40 love 40. And this is pretty amazing because I think not many people in the world are able to do it.
He's probably the most intense, in a good way, tennis player that we have ever witnessed. His level of fighting spirit and professionalism is also something that is outstanding. So I think